Bonjour, bonjour. We are still doing the present tense with the important, very irregular verb connaître, to know. Last time we looked at savoir, which also means to know. Savoir means to know how to do something. Savoir, think verbs, how to do something, be followed by a verb or an adverb. We have the expression in English, the French expression that we use, savoir-faire, know how to do, to have expertise. Je sais très bien ce que tu veux faire. I know very well what you want to do. Je ne sais pas nager. You could say je ne sais pas comment nager, but often when it's a skill, they drop the word comment. I don't know how to swim. The other to know is associated with nouns. To know, to be acquainted with or familiar with a person, a place, something, a noun. Connaître. Je connais Julien depuis 10 ans. I've known Julien for 10 years. Je te connais, je crois. I know you, I think. You have to say je crois, which is I believe, but in English we tend to say I think. So to know, be acquainted with or familiar with someone, someplace, something. Nouns is connaître, double N, and the infinitive has the little circumflex accent above the I. Looks like a hat. The noun, knowledge or acquaintance or consciousness, is la connaissance. So to meet or to get to know someone in French is to make acquaintance with. Faire connaissance avec. Je suis content, or a woman would say contente, de faire votre connaissance. It's a polite, formal way of greeting somebody. I'm happy to make your acquaintance. Je suis ravie de faire votre connaissance. I'm delighted, here we have Turkish delight, to make your acquaintance. So it is a little formal, but it is used. Julien voudrait faire ta connaissance. What does it mean? Julien would like to meet you. Julien would like to make your acquaintance. J'ai fait connaissance avec Julien ce matin. I made Julien's acquaintance this morning. J'ai fait sa connaissance ce matin. I met him, or her actually, this morning. Because connaissance is feminine, it has to be ça. Elle a perdu connaissance dans le métro. Okay, to lose consciousness is to faint. She fainted on the metro. Do you remember that other funny expression they have in French for to faint? To do with apples. Falling in the apples. Elle est tombée dans les pommes dans le métro. She fell into the apples. She fainted. I know is je connais, double N. I know Julien. Je connais Julien. I don't know Julien. Je connais pas Julien. I know London. Je connais Londres. A rule, as in rules and regulations, is règle. It's also the word for a ruler. It's feminine, une règle. A ruler to measure with, not a ruler. King of the kingdom. I don't know the rules. Je ne connais pas les règles. Coucou, coucou. That means there's some pronouns coming up because cuckoos replace the eggs and pronouns replace nouns. Direct object pronouns. The English ones are me, not I, because they are affected by the verbs. Do you see me, not do you see I? We're doing that list there. So it's me, you, him, her, us, you, them. The equivalent in French is me, te, le. The first three rhyme. Me, te, le. The le could mean it because all objects have genders. Right? So if it's a masculine object and you want to say it will be le. Same with la. It can mean her or it if you're talking about an object. Nous and vous never change. And les. Learn this list, it will serve you well. Me, te, le, la, nous, vous, les. They are being affected by the verb. These nearly always go before a verb. Okay? Another list of pronouns with the ridiculously long name, object of a preposition pronouns, because they come after prepositions, like avec, like sans, like de. There are many prepositions, these are very common ones, like à. So avec moi, with me. These tend to come either at the beginning or at the end of a sentence, not before the verb. So moi, toi, they rhyme. Moi, toi, lui, elle, nous, vous never changes, eux and elle. These are the ones that also come after the word and me, et moi, and you, et toi. Ça va bien? Oui, merci, et toi? Or oui, merci, et vous? They also come after it is or it's. It's me, c'est moi. Is it them? C'est eux? Is it you? C'est toi? These are worth knowing. I've also put the word there, emphatic. Boom! Because these are used to emphasize, to add stress to what you're saying, to make a point. The French like to use these emphatic, it's another word for this list of pronouns, these emphatic pronouns in spoken French. They don't often start a sentence with just je. They like to say me, I, moi, je. You can add them on at the end. It's like us saying he likes fish and chips. He does. It adds more stress. We're going to have a look at that in the lesson. I know you, addressing tu. Je te connais, toi. Okay, so we've added on toi in brackets because it adds emphasis. So we would say, I know you, with our voice. The French could just say, je te connais, toi. So it's a verbal rather than a vocal stress in French. Well, you could do both, actually. Je te connais, toi. I know him. Je le connais. Lui adds a bit more stress. We're learning spoken French here. This is often what would happen. Je le connais, lui. I don't know him. Je ne le connais pas, lui. You don't have to add the lui, but they often do. I know her. Je la connais, elle. I know them. Je les connais, eux. Je les connais, elles. I know you, addressing vous. Je te connais, vous. I don't know you anymore, addressing vous. Je ne te connais plus, toi. You know te from s'il te plaît. S'il te plaît. I don't know him anymore. Je ne le connais plus, lui. I don't know her anymore. Je ne la connais plus, elle. I don't know them anymore. Je ne les connais plus, eux or elles. So I would say when we have the exclamation mark, you add the oomph. You don't necessarily have to when there's no surprise or extra stress. I know myself. I do. Je me connais, moi. You could put it at the beginning. Moi, je me connais. The words to a song, the lyrics are paroles, les paroles, feminine plural. Song is chanson d'amour. Ratatatata. It's feminine, chanson. I know the lyrics of this song. Je connais les paroles de cette chanson. I know it, this one, referring to song, which is feminine. Je la connais, celle-là. It should have been celle-ci, but often la is used instead of ci. By heart, par cœur. I know this song by heart. Je connais cette chanson par cœur. I don't know anyone here. Je ne connais personne ici. Make sure I can hear the N of personne. Personne. I don't know anyone else here. The French don't have a word for else. They say, I don't know anyone other here. So whenever you see else, replace it with other in French. Je ne connais personne d'autre ici. Yes, we have this redundant D apostrophe, which means nothing in English, but it's there in French. Je ne connais personne d'autre ici. I know everyone here. Je connais tout le monde, nice clear D, tout le monde ici. I don't know London. Je ne connais pas Londres. I don't know London very well. Think about where very well's going to go. Je ne connais pas très bien Londres. Don't worry if you put it at the end. Quite is assez. Assez. It's an adverb. Adverbs tend to go after the verb. Short ones do anyway. Assez also means enough. I know London quite well. Je connais assez bien Londres. I know Spain quite well. The Spain. Je connais assez bien l'Espagne. L'Espagne. The word for place, there's a place for us, il y a un endroit pour nous. It's masculine, endroit, un endroit. I know a place. Je connais un endroit. London is a place that I don't know very well. Londres est un endroit que je ne connais pas très bien. London is a place I know quite well. Londres est un endroit que je connais assez bien. Que je connais. Beautiful, pretty, nice, even handsome, the adjective. Beau for masculine. Belle for feminine. Belle spelt B-E-L if your noun following it is masculine but starts with either a vowel or a mute H like So a handsome man, bel homme. I know a nice place. Je connais, fast French, je connais un bel endroit. Close is près, far is loin. Close to, near here, près d'ici. Near, from here really, près d'ici. I know a nice place close to here, close from here. je connais un bel endroit près d'ici. Face, visage, le visage. Like Catherine Tate, look at my visage. I know your face, addressing vous. Je connais votre visage. I know that face. The French would probably say, I know it, that face. It's masculine. Je connais ce visage. Voice, it's feminine. Voix, V-O-I-X, la voix, une voix. I know it, that voice. Je la connais, cette voix. You could just say je connais cette voix. But spoken French, je la connais, cette voix. I know you, addressing tu. Let's give it some oomph. Je te connais, toi. To know you, addressing tu, te, T-E, te connaître. Like s'il te plaît, te connaître. I would like to know you, addressing tu. I would like. Je voudrais te connaître. We've got two verbs here. You conjugate the first one. Any following, any consecutive verbs are the infinitive in French. But to know you, the te goes before the relevant verb. To know you, te goes before connaître. Je voudrais te connaître. I would like to know you better, addressing tu. This is our one for better, adverb better. You look okay, now you look better. The two faces. Je voudrais mieux te connaître. I think there's nothing wrong with saying te connaître mieux. I would like to know them better. Je voudrais mieux les connaître. You know, using tu, have a guess. It's the same as je, isn't it? Tu connais, AIS at the end. Using tu, do you know Monique? Tu connais Monique? Est-ce que tu connais Monique? Inversion. Connais-tu Monique? So that one sounds a bit more stilted, the last one, but it's still correct. Do you know the lyrics of this song, addressing tu? Tu connais les paroles de cette chanson? Using tu. Do you know it, this one? We're thinking of the word song, so it's going to be feminine. Tu la connais, celle-ci? Could say celle-là, even though that's meant to be that one. Do you know this song off by heart, addressing tu? By heart. Tu connais cette chanson par cœur? Depuis is the word for since when you're saying for an amount of time. So in the French, depuis, not always, but tends to be used in the present tense for something that started in the past but is still true right now. It's still true in the present. We don't do that in English. So for example, how would we translate this into English? Depuis quand tu connais Monique? Since when have you known Monique? It's in the past in English. Have you known? The French say, since when do you know Monique? Because it's still true today. Their logic is, it's still true, we use the present tense. It's just something to be aware of. So in English we use since, we use the past tense, which is either the present perfect, have you known, or the present perfect continuous. Okay, there's an example here. Since when have you lived here? That's the present perfect. How long have you been living? Continuous is the ing. How long have you been living here for? Depuis, present tense. In French, in English we use the past tense. Depuis quand habites-tu ici? Depuis quand habites-tu là? Present tense in French. Have you known Monique for a long time? The French would say, you know Present tense. You know Monique since long time? Tu connais Monique depuis longtemps? Long time. Yes, I've known her since 2010. Yes, I know her since 2010. Oui, je la connais depuis 2010. Non, je connais Monique depuis peu de temps. What does it mean? No, I have known Monique for a short time. It's an expression you may hear. Peu de temps. Peu de temps, short time. How would you say then? No, I have known her for a short time. Known her. Non, je la connais depuis peu de temps. Using to. You know Monique better than me. Tu connais Monique mieux que moi. Remember, mieux is used with verbs. It's the adverb. Meilleur is an adjective. Meilleur can only describe nouns. Using to again. You know her better than me. Tu la connais mieux que moi. Again to. You know her much better than me. Tu la connais beaucoup mieux que moi. To. You know her as well as me. Tu la connais aussi bien que moi. Do you know her as well as that? Tu la connais aussi bien que ça. Have a guess now. He, she, one knows. Il, elle, on connaît. Sounds like the other one, but spelt with a T at the end instead of an S. And for some reason, there's a circumflex just on this conjugation over the I, just like the infinitive. Apparently, you don't have to write it anymore, but people are sticking with it. He knows her better than me. Il la connaît mieux que moi. Since when or how long has he known her for? That's a more natural way of saying it in English. Depuis quand il la connaît? You could say il la connaît depuis quand. Both are correct. How long has he known them for? Depuis quand il les connaît? Okay, another way of saying it could be it makes how much of time. Very common in French. Ça fait combien de temps qu'il les connaît? Ça fait combien de temps? Say it a few times if you're not familiar with it. Ça fait combien de temps? Ça fait combien de temps? How would you say, how long has he known him for? Using depuis quand and ça fait combien de temps? Depuis quand il le connaît? Or, il le connaît depuis quand? And then using the second version, ça fait combien de temps qu'il le connaît? How long has she known us? Depuis quand elle nous connaît? Ça fait combien de temps qu'elle nous connaît? How long has she known you for? Addressing vous. Depuis quand elle vous connaît? Ça fait combien de temps qu'elle vous connaît? Ça ne fait pas longtemps qu'on les connaît. What does that mean? We haven't known them long. It makes not long that we know them. Using on and tu, we haven't known you long. Ça ne fait pas longtemps qu'on te connaît. Or you could use peu de temps, little of time. On te connaît depuis peu de temps. The word for plumber is plombier, masculine, plombier. If you remember your chemical symbols, the word for lead, there used to be a lot of lead pipes, PB, plombier, plomb is lead. He knows a good plumber. Il connaît un bon plombier. He knows a good bistro near here. Masculine for bistrot. Near, from here. Il connaît un bon bistrot près d'ici. Bistrot can be spelled with a T or without a T at the end. In spoken French, they often add the word little. Il connaît un bon petit bistrot près d'ici. It will sound more like this. Il connaît un bon petit bistrot, bon petit bistrot. It's like, I've got a nice little earner for you. It's a big earner, but you still call it little. Restaurant comes from the French, from to restore, se restaurer. Restaurant, it's masculine. And in spoken French, amongst friends, be shortened to resto, resto. Someone, quelqu'un. Does someone know a good restaurant near here? They would say, someone knows a good restaurant near from here. Quelqu'un connaît un bon resto près d'ici? No one knows them. Personne ne les connaît. Personne is a negative word. You're meant to put ne afterwards. You don't have to in spoken French. Who knows them? Qui les connaît? Everyone knows them. Tout le monde les connaît. No one knows them very well. Personne ne les connaît très bien. Everyone knows them quite well. Tout le monde les connaît assez bien. So notice, personne, qui, tout le monde, and ça as well actually, are conjugated just like il and elle. Using nous, we know, nous connaissons. Double N, double S, connaissons. We know him. Nous le connaissons. We know him better than that. Nous le connaissons mieux que ça. We don't know him anymore. Nous le connaissons plus. We know a good plumber. Nous connaissons un bon plombier. We know a good little restaurant near here. Nous connaissons un bon petit resto près d'ici. Bon petit resto. We know Paris quite well. Nous connaissons assez bien Paris. No more than that or not that much. Pas plus que ça. Pas plus que ça. Not that much, pas plus que ça. They say no more than that, pas plus que ça. We don't know her that much. We're using nous here. Nous ne la connaissons pas plus que ça. We don't know him that much. Nous ne le connaissons pas plus que ça. We don't know them that much. Nous ne les connaissons pas plus que ça. Pas plus que ça. You know using vous, vous connaissez. Double N, double S, vous connaissez. You know him, addressing vous. Vous le connaissez. Do you know him well, addressing vous. Vous le connaissez bien. So, you don't know him that much, addressing vous. Donc, alors, vous ne le connaissez pas plus que ça. Who do you know here? Vous connaissez qui ici? Qui est-ce que vous connaissez ici? Inversion. Qui connaissez-vous ici? If you're using vous to show respect, the inversion fits in here because you're being more formal. So qui connaissez-vous ici is good for more formal situations. You can pick. Do you know Paris quite well? Addressing vous. Vous connaissez assez bien Paris? Do you know a good plumber? Addressing vous. Vous connaissez un bon plombier? Do you know a good restaurant near here? Addressing vous. Vous connaissez un bon resto près d'ici? How long have you known her? Addressing vous. Depuis quand vous la connaissez? Vous la connaissez depuis quand? Ça fait combien de temps que vous la connaissez? They know. All they conjugations have a silent ENT apart from about 4. Ils, elles connaissent. So the last sound to leave your lips is an S. Ils, elles connaissent. They know Julien very well. Ils ou elles connaissent très bien Julien. They don't know him. Ils ou elles ne le connaissent pas. They don't know her that much. Ils ou elles ne la connaissent pas beaucoup. You could say ne la connaissent pas plus que ça. They know a good plumber. Ils ou elles connaissent un bon plombier. They know Paris quite well. Ils ou elles connaissent assez bien Paris. Hardly. We've got a picture of a pen because that's how you pronounce it. A pen. Hardly. They hardly know him. Ils ou elles le connaissent à peine. They hardly know you, addressing tu. Ils ou elles te connaissent à peine. They hardly know us. Ils ou elles nous connaissent à peine. Our friends hardly know you, addressing vous. Nos amis vous connaissent à peine. À peine is sometimes used to say just. Ils sont à peine arrivés. They've just arrived. To know, we have two to knows in French. We have savoir, to know something, to know how to do something. Savoir with verbs most of the time. The past participle, this owl, this clever, knowing, expert owl, it's called su in the past, su. But su tends to be used for found out. Quand j'ai su, when I found out. So you don't use trouver for to find out, you use savoir in the past. Quand il a su, il était furieux. When he found out, he was furious. That's why most of the time savoir in the past, you will need to use the imperfect. So if you want to say, I knew it, because knowing is more of a continuous action, we need the imperfect. So I knew, je savais. You knew, etc. Tu savais. Il, elle, on savait. They often say, we knew it. Nous le savions. Vous le saviez? Il, elle le savait. Silent ENT. Il, elle savait. The other to know is connaître with a little circumflex over the I, which means to know, to be acquainted or familiar with person, place, thing. We use connaître with nouns. Past participle, connu. Again, in the present perfect, it changes its meaning. Usually, it means when I met, when I first met. J'ai connu ton père en tant qu'enfant au collège. I met your father as a child au collège. Collège in French is middle school. Again, connaître mostly used in the imperfect. Okay, so to form the imperfect for all verbs except for être, you use the nous stem of the present tense, which would be connaissant. So I used to know is je connaissais, tu connaissais, il, elle, on connaissait, nous connaissions, vous connaissiez, il, elle connaissait. We'll do the imperfect in a lot more detail another day. To know, savoir. Let's conjugate it in the present tense. I know, je sais. You know, using tu, tu sais. He, she, one knows. Il, elle, on sait. We know using nous, nous savons. You know using vous, vous savez. They know, ils, elles savent. Connaître with nouns. I know, je connais. You know using tu, tu connais. He, she, one knows. Il, elle, on connaît sounds the same, but spelled with a T, has a circumflex over the I. Don't have to anymore, but people do. We know using nous. Nous connaissons. You know using vous. Vous connaissez. And they know, careful of the last sound you pronounce, because ENT is silent for the they conjugations. Ils, elles connaissent. So reconnaître is conjugated just like connaître. What does reconnaître mean? To recognize. Okay, so apparaître. To appear. Conjugated just like connaître. Réapparaître. To reappear. Disparaître. To disappear. Paraître. To seem. So all of those are conjugated just like connaître. You're getting more for the price of one. Et voilà les amis. Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine fois.